Good morning. I hope the fan's not too loud. But it is pretty hot and humid here today. I've got to finish getting set up. I just wanted to start the stream by 7 o'clock. Please enjoy the quiet ambience of the backyard chicken coop while I get everything set up and put some bird seed out. And I got to get some coffee. Do I have bird seed? I don't even know if I have bird seed. No, no bird seed. I got a chicken outside the fence. Good morning. I got a chicken outside the fence I got to deal with. Go this way. Dumbass. I don't know where the chicken went. But that is part of the backyard chicken life. I don't know where she ended up. Yeah, I don't have any bird seed today. I don't know why we didn't get any at the store the other day. All right, I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee. I'll be back. Move. Everybody's back where they're supposed to be. I don't know where she hid from me, but I found her. Holy cow. I find a referral code for my Tesla so a friend of my wife's can buy a one and get a discount? Good morning, Drawley. How are you doing today? It is a beautiful, hot, and humid day here in the backyard chicken coop. I've already been wrangling chickens today. We had one escape. Now I'm just here eating my fruit and vegetables for the morning. And you're gone. Are you not entertained? What? At 8 o'clock, we're going to put out corn for the chickens. That'll be fun. And then at 9 o'clock, if we get 10 likes, we're going to get the guitar out. And then at 10 o'clock, if we get 15 likes on the stream, we will sing the new song. Lots to look forward to. There's one. And now we're down to 9. All I gotta do is 9 likes. I give the chickens about a scoop of corn every day. It supplements their other food. They have food in the chicken house, but it just supplements their food. They like it. They like to scratch around in it. Uh-oh. Drama. We got some drama. Have y'all been watching the FIFA World Cup? The United States lost last night, but it didn't really mean anything. They're already in the group. They sent the other team went home with a win. and we can really see what's wrong with the American defense. I don't think the Americans will be put out in the next round. I don't think this is going to be something. It's nice to cheer them on through the first group, and we're glad they're not out of it. But they won't make it through the next double elimination. The next part of the tournament is 2 losses and you're out. So it's fun to watch. I'm not a big football fan as far as that goes. I'm more of a American football fan. Good morning, Dropley. Go the Socceroos. I know, right? I know, right? Yeah, I mean, it's just not. I mean, I understand the athleticism, I really do. Yeah, he's a good. Yeah, absolutely great management. I think they have great athletes. I think, but I think last night showed the weaknesses. I think they have a lot of weakness in the defense part. They let the other team get too close. You know, they don't defend properly. They get too spread out near the goal line. They get distracted by the ball instead of by the people. You know, you got to watch the person next to you that's going to kick it on the other team. You got to block them out. And they didn't do on both those goals last night. On 2 of the 3 goals last night, they didn't block the guy out that actually kicked the you got to go after the man. Kind of like in hockey. You got to take the stick out of the guys. You can't let the guy kick the ball that close to the goal. And I'm not that big of a soccer guy, but I saw it. You know, I'm like, oh, the other teams are going to just exploit this. I think France has a good chance. And whoever Messi plays for, I think it's France. Ball movement and the man marking is definitely a weakness. Yeah. And I'm not a big soccer fan, but I saw it. I mean, and me, a guy that maybe watches 2 hours of soccer a year, and now I've watched more soccer in 2026 than I've ever watched in my entire life. And I saw it, like, they've just been, you know, they've been better to getting a lead and just, you know, knocking the ball around and keeping it, playing keep away basically for 40 minutes in the second half. But they couldn't do this in this last. If a team gets close, it's not going to be good for the United States throughout the rest of the match. I watched the Japanese play, and that ended in a tie. And that a sport with grown men can end in a tie is just crazy to me. That, you know, you got grown men out here playing a game for a tournament and it ends in a tie. And I guess my brother explained it, that it's all about the points. That you get a certain amount of points for a tie, and it's not about the win or loss. The very final game can't end in a tie. So, you know, when we get down to the final games, they can't, just like, I mean, I know hockey is, you know, it can end in a tie in hockey now, but I just think, you know, let them play another 15 minutes, and then another 15 minutes, and then another 15 minutes, you know? And it's sudden death. Whoever scores wins. There is no more time. All you gotta do is score one more goal. Well, if the other team gets 2 ties, it's the team that's in the better shape. The team that's in the better shape wins the game. That's all there is to it. It's same in hockey. Yeah, that's what my brother told me. He watches a lot more than I do, and he's like, well, in the knockout round. Well, okay. So as we get closer, it's all about points right now. So I get that. It's all about points right now, and you're just trying to get into the next round. And the USA had enough points, whether they win, loss, or draw, so they go on. No matter them winning their first 3 games was perfect, and this was basically of games or something. So, anyways, I get it. I'm not an idiot. I get it. Well, it's all the Yeah, it's a little frustrating. These guys are rolling on the ground like they've just been hit by a truck, and then they get up and get back in the game. They're rolling on the ground and grabbing their head, and all they do, they got a little forearm shiver. You know, I've seen some head knocks that were really, yeah, that looked bad. But some of this stuff is just so, they ought to have the yellow card ought to look like an Academy Award. A little statue. That's what the yellow card should look like. When that guy the Academy Award. I think that would be so funny. But it is, I understand. Look, you watch enough of it, and you understand they are athletes, and they are grown men out there doing a grown man sport. It ain't just for girl league. They're out there hustling, they're running, and they're out. I'm about to take my first sip of coffee of the day, so cheers, everybody. I think the goalies are very strong and athletic. They've got to cover a whole lot of net. If you look at the proportion size between the puck and the goal for hockey, and then you look at the size of the ball and the net and the man, guarding that, the proportions. And I know that the hockey puck travels a lot faster, but in the Japan game, he kicked it from like the side and it just angled in. It was a great shot. He got it past the goalie and right into the bottom of the corner. It was a really cool shot. I was like, yeah, that was a great shot. So again, I absolutely recognize the athleticism and the stamina of these guys. So I take nothing away from that, And it is a little fun to watch when you got the USA team in the mix. When the US gets put out, or if the US gets put out, will I have enough invested to continue to watch it and see who wins? No, I'll probably be in Thailand by then. And I haven't seen anything about Thailand. I don't know if they got put out or not, so. Yeah, goalie's definitely a hard position in soccer. Definitely a very difficult, very, you know, you got to be patient. You got to be, and you got to have a strong leg and a strong arm. You got to be able to, you know, react. You got to have lightning quick cat-like reflexes. Have a great day, mate. Enjoy the World Cup in the later stages of the tournament. It's amazing to watch. You should watch the games if you can. All right, well, thanks for dropping in. You take care of yourself. I appreciate you just stopping in and saying hi and being part of the stream today. It's just me and Backyard Chicken Coops. Let me say goodbye to you. Take care. From America. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for stopping in. Good morning, Dropley. How are you doing? Thank you. I'm out here swatting flies and mosquitoes. Well, good morning, everybody. Start smashing that like button for me before you leave. Make sure you do that. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but we're sitting here talking about a FIFA soccer right now and the World Cup and my take on it, if anybody really cares. But I am enjoying it. Like I said, the USA, it's here in the United States. So there's all that kind of drama about it going on. There's nothing really. There's the Atlanta. Atlanta is near me. It's about 4 hours away. But I have to drive to Atlanta in about a week, 2 weeks, week and a half. We got some chicken drama going on out there. We put the tarp up, and we'll be taking this week. But I put the tarp from swooping in right there on that. There's a nice long stretch right there that is uncut, so hawks could get some of the smaller chickens. So I put that there. That's just the last time we lost a chicken to a hawk that came in. So we have lots of tree cover, but I just wanted to give them some extra protection and some extra, you know, shade protection. It gets hot, so. But all the chickens are getting big enough not to be taken by. Down. Usually we have a lot more birds visiting, but I forgot to get bird seed this. And I'll be editing and posting a video about my wife changing the nesting boxes in the chicken coop. So be looking forward to that this weekend. Do some more editing on that Saturday. So I'll probably be in my editing room, editing that and putting it all together for a nice little. It'll probably be about 15 minutes long. It'll take 3 hours of content and make it about 15 minutes. So. And she has already given me her approval for that. So it's part 1. We're going to do a part 1 and then part 2 when she finishes it. I had my glucose test this month, so for the next 30 days or less, I'm going to really try to eat better and keep blood sugars down. I don't want to have gestational diabetes. Yeah, you really got to watch the intakes of carbohydrates and simple sugars. But any day is a good day to start that. Any day is a good day. Any year, any age. You're never too old to start something good and healthy for your body. You're never too old to quit smoking. You're never too old to start exercising. Unless you're dead and then you can't exercise. Then you're just a free spirit out in the cosmos. I saw a really cool video of this guy explaining consciousness. And our brains and our bodies and this, you know, this machine that is human, and that what is, you know, not that it's just alive, but the spark that is consciousness. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's not good for you. Good for you, Dropley. I think that's great. Every time I try to eat better or do something, everything, you know, something always pops up 4 days into it. You set a goal for 5 days or 10 days, and in whatever you set the goal, I find in my life, wherever you set the bar or the goal, something wants to, whether it's 3 days or 5 days or 10 days or 30 days, inadvertently something comes in and wants to disrupt that for some reason. Oh, I could easily drink this, or I could easily do that. Oh, I can do that for, you know, but it, you know, some party comes up, or some, you know, some function comes up, or something inevitably comes up that makes you, you know, feel like you're missing out on something because you've started something new in your life. I killed a fly today. Just killed a fly. I smacked it down dead. I did. Yeah, it's hot and humid out here today. But I'm enjoying my coffee. And I like enjoying it with the chickens, so you guys just get to come along for the ride. We've already been out in the backyard chasing chickens, so. You know, my wife doesn't want to put up any more wire, and they're all growing, and so. And my neighbor said one was out the other day, but I didn't even recognize it, and then she came in, so they know how to get in and out, and if I just start chasing them around, they get a little, they find a little space, they know where to come back in and sleep, they know how to get back in. They don't always know how they got out. They'll be just pecking along, and then they'll squeeze themselves through a little tiny hole, but they're all getting so big now that I really don't have to worry about it. Yeah, believe it or not, there's 22 chickens out there, 2 roosters and a goose. But I don't know if you can see any of them in the camera. So many. I gotta get one of my. I'll be right back. I gotta get one of my things for mosquitoes. Hey, buddy, what you doing? Yeah. I heard the news today, oh boy. About a lucky man who won the war. He blew his mind out in a car. It's nice here. I got my steel cut oats with cinnamon flaxseed and chia seed. Oh, the prank. Oh, it's Sam. Well, Dropsy was in here earlier, I think. And just a small cup of coffee. Well, I appreciate you with me and the chickens. The goose is right over here. I can show you the goose. He's just chilling out right here. I'm gonna be camera shy. You'll probably be able to see more chickens over there anyway. I've got my fan running because we have a big box fan that we bring out here. It just gets so humid, you gotta move a little bit of air. So, yeah. All right, the watering's done. How are you feeling today? Is your asthma getting any better or anything like that? Man, I'm glad you can. I'm glad you can. I've been sleeping better because I've been taking the nasal decongestant, which just one squirt every maybe 14 hours. I'll try to push it because I really don't want to get, I'm going to take it with me to Thailand. Not that I couldn't find something. I just don't want to breathe through my mouth the whole time. And the only way I can do that is by squirting that stuff, and it helps my nose clear. It takes about 20 minutes, and then my nose is completely clear, and often just forgot that I've even used it, and it's like, oh, now I can go to sleep because I'm breathing clear, and you can hear. I mean, I'm breathing okay right now, but I can feel it starting to get stuffed back up. I took it last night about 9 o'clock, 9:30. I was finishing watching the USA play their game. So I still got like 2 hours on it. Last day of your steroid. Yeah, this will be. Yeah, you'll know this weekend if you're better. I guess after that steroid wears off. Was it nap time? Where'd he go? Where'd he? Oh, he was there. Okay. What was your blood sugar though? Did you ever tell me? I'm looking back and I'm seeing. What was your actual blood sugar level? Did they give you a number? My ATC was 5.7. Oh. Is that the only number they gave you? I mean, it all depends when you trigger course of a day, of course. All you know. Come on back, little fly. I'm not gonna hurt you. Come back, little fly. Land where I can get you. There you go. There. Oh. Oh. Little quick fly. Oh, glucose was 117. Yeah. That is a little high. High end of the low. Yeah, well, 117 blood glucose. Ah, these flies are getting fast, or I'm just getting slow. It's probably I'm just getting slow. I wonder what they're going to make you drink. Oh, excuse me. You're such an idiot, Biscuits. Go away, little firefly. I don't know if I'm going to lunch with my brother today. He usually calls me. I mean, we have a standing, you know. We have a standing appointment with each other. So my wife went to a going away party for somebody last night, and she took somebody for a ride in her Tesla, and now they're going to Nashville to buy one for their wives. It doesn't take long to fall in love with a Tesla, I can promise you. It took my wife less than 15 minutes. Come on, come on. There's nothing wrong here. Come enjoy. Come enjoy. There's a nice spot right there for you. So yeah, if you're subscribed to my channel on YouTube, hit that notification bell. Whenever I post any content on this channel for the chickens, you will see it live. I mean, you will get a notification. I'm going to do part 1 of my wife taking apart the old chicken coops, and then we'll do a part 2 where she's building the new ones, and then we'll do a part 3 where she and I don't think she's going to finish it this weekend. She has to work. But I don't have to worry, because all I got to do is go back and save the film of the cameras. And get her permission. And I already have her permission. Dropley was here. Look, I was calling Sam Dropley all morning. So you've been here. You just didn't know it. You've been here. You just didn't know it. So we have to give the chickens corn this morning. Friday morning in the backyard chicken coop. I've been rent-free in your head. That's how you say it, right? Yeah, you've been living rent-free. Just so I don't get your name wrong, I call everybody Dropley when they come in. Everybody that commented was Dropley this morning because I'm so far away from the phone that so you guys can get a better view. But I have the stream on my other phone right down here by me. Hey, just went. Yeah, take you a nice hot shower. I know that sounds weird, but then turn the temperature down after you get done. Like really get hot, get it all steamy, and then just turn the temperature all the way, very slowly. Like really slowly, just start turning the temperature down. Completely cold. And then just stand under the cold water for 5 minutes. And then turn it off and get out. I double dog dare you. Oh my goodness, he went right to the double dog dare. Is that not a breach in etiquette? Oh. I will be out here in the garden when my wife gets home tonight. Because she has to pick berries today. And but there's some stuff that really needs to come off the cob. We got 4 more ears of corn that are done. Bye, Dropley. You take care. She's already gone. But it's good that she came in to say hi. And I think she hit the like button. Yes, she did. Everybody be like Dropley. Come in, hit the like button, and then you can leave. Everybody be like Dropley. Don't forget to hit the like button. If we get 10 likes, I'm bringing the guitar out. If we get 15 likes, I'm going to... All right. I'm going to go grab some corn from the garage, and we're going to do corn with the chickens. I'm going to move you over here. And then I'll pick you back up when I'm done. What are y'all doing in here? What are we doing? Yeah, what are we doing over here? What are you doing? All that. Want some corn? This is how we do corn. sorry about that. Oops, sorry. Probably should have put you over first. Oh, this is janky. I'm sorry. So I put enough around so everybody can get some without really arguing about it. So a little at this end, a little at that end, a bunch of different spaces they can all go. Because then you get that shit right there. Like, everybody wants to claim their little pile and then go claim other piles. It's just backyard chicken coop stuff. We'll do it once around, see what's going on. I just tilled all this the other day, so this is all brand new, tilled up, got rid of all the weeds, took all weeds off the fence. That's a whole video itself. And then I tilled all this, get it all nice and flat. I don't know how long you guys have been with me, but there used to be a big old ditch running right up through here, and now it's gone. This is a view you guys don't normally get to see right here. You got to be an OG to be able to see the, I don't think I've ever done this view before. This is the very back corner. The very, very back corner of the backyard chicken coop. Whoops. Now I can only stay here as long as I don't get started eaten up with mosquitoes. But there's a huge bunch of foliage on this person's backyard behind me. And it's just a small fence, but mosquitoes love it. I can't control it. I've controlled everything I can control on my side, even in my wife's garden, but we don't try to use a lot of pesticides in the back garden. But yeah, so that's all nice and tilled, and they like to dig in it when I till it. Now we've had a bunch of rain. But you can see the fence wire we've done. Another view you guys don't get to see this view very often right here. This is the back of the chicken coop. Because the camera's right there, you guys never get to see this part. That's the that's the garden camera, and then over there is the backyard camera for the backyard shed, and then we have the inside cameras. And I have to go fix the goose camera, because if you can see from right here, let's go fix that right now. The goose camera is down. I'm glad we saw that. I'm gonna do a flyby of the chicken coop. Oh, my wife's handiwork. Everybody looks cool there. All right. Let me do some adjusting right here. I'll have to wait to see my phone if that's going to work, but that should work. Some chicken probably jumped up on it or something like that, and it got a little loose. Everybody hanging out. Nobody's really devouring. There's a couple eating it, but you'd think, oh, the baby chicks are so hungry. Yeah, they're not. They're not though. Nobody's missing a meal out here at the backyard chicken coop. And there's plenty of food in there in the bins. But if they go in there, then the roosters attack them. So I give them plenty of chases to eat out here with the older chickens and with Loudermilk. Say hi. Loudermilk, say hi. Loudermilk, say hi. You know you want to. Why are you being camera shy? Say hi. He's crazy. All right. I'm gonna put you guys back over here. We'll aim you that way, and then I'll come and pick you up as soon as I get my other shoes on. You know what? We got so many mosquitoes over here. I'm gonna leave these shoes on for a minute. I'll just... That's just how easy it is to get back in my spot from the backyard chicken coop. Did y'all enjoy that tour? Yeah, there's two different plants out there that help with mosquitoes, but when you get back in the darker patches of the yard, and there's all those leaves and all that moisture, and I can't do nothing about it, you know, I don't spray nothing around the chickens, so. I'm just now reading chat because I've sat back down. I didn't take my phone with me. Nobody's missing a meal out here at the backyard chicken coop. And there's plenty of food in there in the bins. But if they go in there, then the roosters attack them. So I give them plenty of chases to eat out here with the older chickens and with Loudermilk. Say hi. Loudermilk, say hi. He ain't gonna say hi. He's camera shy for some reason. Well, we had 8 people watching at one point. Nobody left a like button. Oh, it was one of those. Oh, that was when I get 8 or 9 likes, I forget. It's probably those Pakistani or Indian phone centers. Yeah, my wife has a bunch of anti-mosquito, but banana trees are the worst. You know, the banana trees with the mosquitoes. I spray them. In fact, I'll spray them next week before we go, Wednesday. I will spray everything with mosquito repellent, which is good for 30 days, so we don't come back here to just a swamp. Woo! It's hot when you get away from the fan. This is like outside. We got a Vornado box fan out here. It's on the second setting right now. I could turn it up and you probably couldn't hear anything but the Vornado. Whoa! I mean, it's not super loud, but it'll come through the speaker of the phone. Is that better? It doesn't feel too bad out here. I can go without it if you just want to hear the ambiance without the motor noise. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm still drinking on my first cup of coffee. But I promised chicken corn and we did chicken corn. And all the other birds can eat it too. It's not, I mean, I think other birds eat more than the chickens do, but it's there for the chickens. They have plenty of water, plenty of food. That's all I can do for them. They got plenty of shade. They are literally living the dream. Tell me my chickens ain't living the dream. They have sex 2 or 3 times a day. It's like a spa. They got 2 gentlemen that take care of their needs all day long. They have a place to put their eggs that they have to get out. You know, they have and then somebody comes and collects them. It's safe. There's plenty of food. Is it not? Come on. What else could, you know, it's not like they want to run free and get chased by, you know, foxes and coyotes. I mean, I don't want nobody calling PETA on me. I'm sure some animal activist could have a problem with this, but it's not affecting my health in any way. As I can't breathe through my nose. No, that's just the season. It's just hot and muggy here, and Get in the water, dumbass. Something's on his foot. He don't like it. My wife does all the planting. Just so you know, my wife, I can ask her about certain things. I know which vegetables and what to pick, but my wife does all the gardening, and she enjoys it, and I don't want to steal her joy, but I'll bring her out here tonight. This is where she'll find me. When she gets home, and we'll pick together, or I'll supervise, or I'll stay out of the way. But I'll tell her about her corn. Well, the corn's going crazy right now. We've already pulled 3 beautiful ears off of it. All right, bear with me, guys. I'm gonna have to do a segment really quick. So I always do this when I'm gonna do a new segment. I break it up so I know where the segment starts and where the segment ends. I've talked to you guys about this before. It's the best way to edit videos and do stuff like that. You guys can crop it down. You can do whatever you want. But if while you're doing a live stream, you go ahead and do a like a little outtake, or like a short, or maybe a little bit of a long video, maybe do 2 minutes or 3 minutes, you can do that, you know, in this kind of setting. So that's what we're going to do. And I've made this little box right here. And so now I know where the break is. It's at 1 minute, 113 minutes. But now with this visual, as I'm running along on my video and trying to edit, then I can, you know, it blocks this out. So I'm going to switch you back around, and then I'm going to do my bit. So as you know, the backyard chicken coop just ain't about chickens. We have a lot more going on, and I always, you know, give the props to my wife, who does a great job with the garden. But yeah, we have the chickens, and the goose and the roosters, and you guys have seen all that. But I'm going to show you around the garden, because I'm so proud of my wife. And again, the backyard chicken coop is more than just the chicken coop. It's about the whole backyard. So come along for a little bit of a walk with me. So she grew some amazing corn this year that has to be picked. And look at the hairs on this. Look at that, nice and stiff. So beautiful. So her corn's doing really well. It's seeded. It's really, really doing well. And then she's got her beautiful flowers up here. They are just so lovely. With the backdrop of the chicken coop. And then we got tomatoes. I've already given a couple to the chickens because they're, you know, I guess this is blocking their sunlight. So maybe that's why they're not doing so well. But that sun will come up and they'll get enough afternoon sun. So those are our tomato plants. And then here are our red green bean plants. I don't know how well you can see this, but we'll go under the trellis right here. And these are red green beans. Are those beautiful or what? And they just come through the trellis and they'll hang down, and we'll pick 2 or 3 for a meal. And on this vine that we have going over the trellis, we have cucumbers. Look at that beautiful cucumber right there. This is a cucumber, so we'll get they'll go all the way over. And of course we have beautiful coming back to the sunflowers. Hats off again. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful cucumbers coming off of this. Another big, massive sunflower right here. So awesome. And these are little cherry tomatoes. You can start, if you look really close, you can see the cherry tomatoes in there, just starting to pop off the vine. Right here. Again, hats off to my wife. Rose bushes, raspberry bushes, and our ever-producing blackberry bush. The more black you see, the more red you see. Once you start pulling off the black, you realize how many red ones haven't even bloomed yet. She will have to harvest this weekend. She spread it all out on this lattice work, and it is growing like fire. It is wonderful. It gets watered every single day, and it loves the sun. And wow. So you can see all the blackberries that are on there now. So hats off. Then of course we have our banana trees that produce no bananas. They're more floral. More banana trees. Like I said, the backyard chicken coop is more than just the chicken coop. It's the whole thing. It's my wife and myself, and mostly her. And I just make sure everything stays as nice as possible. I hope you've liked this little segment of Backyard Chicken Coop. Please join us for more. Like and subscribe, please. It really helps the algorithm. If you haven't done so, please do that. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on Twitch, and you guys can help me. Thank you so much for coming along with this, and see you next time. All right. So I'll have to edit that down a little bit for sure. But now I have a front and back of the brick wall and stuff. So the brick wall really cuts out because everything else is so bright. When I see it, the brick wall, I know there's a stopping point. So, but oh, we give a lot of blackberries away here on our street to our friends at work. We have so many blackberries. And the more you pick, the more red that pops out. Like, wow. So you know, like she picked it dry of black ones on Saturday. Or I'm sorry, Sunday. And now then a bunch of red was on there. So it'll just keep producing as long as you pull them off. I think it'll probably die in July just because I don't think anybody's going to come and really, take as much as they want like I'm telling them to. Come on now, Sam. We're trying to work on that diabetes. We can't be making jam. Oh. And we're back to the backyard chicken coop. How about some blackberry wine? Blackberry wine, 17. I never had blackberry wine. Well, you take a bunch of blackberries and then you grind them up, and then you get a gallon water jug, and then you pour in a bunch of water and sugar and yeast and let it sit for about 35 to 45 days. And then you pour it off. You pour it really slowly, pouring the wine off the yeast, and then you let it sit for another like 15 to 30 days, and see if another film, if it's not done. So you have 2 yeastings, and then your third. Then you bottle it up, and you save it in a dark, cool place, and you have blackberry wine. But you could probably make 2 bottles. You need a lot of blackberries to make blackberry wine. Now, blackberry cobbler, yeah, one picking and we'll have a really nice blackberry cobbler. We're probably going to do that this weekend. Or do it for 4th of July. Do a blackberry pie. Do a blackberry pie cobbler for 4th of July weekend. From the blackberries in our backyard, and share it with the neighbors that have already eaten the blackberries that we've given them. Blackberry wine. And no, that's not how the song goes. I've changed it for, content purposes. Wow, we have finished 1 cup of coffee. And we're almost on a 2-hour stream. Does that say 120 minutes? Wow, we've already been out for 2 hours. It's 9 o'clock. Look at that. Well, I can talk about just about anything in the backyard chicken coop and take up 2 hours. That just proves it. I had no agenda today. None. I didn't even know what I was going to talk about out here. It's just me and chickens. But anyways, doing that little excerpt, I'll be able to get a little video from this and do a couple of shorts maybe. Nice intro and outro. Wow. How about Venezuela? Has anybody been watching Venezuela? Within 60 seconds, they had a 7.4 and a 7.5 earthquake. Like the earth it moved, and then it either moved back or moved even further. It either slid more over or it slid back. Yeah, northwestern Venezuela is in serious shock right now. $40,000 missing, thousands confirmed dead already. People home for a holiday weekend or a holiday, and a seismic event that hasn't happened for, I don't know, a few thousand years. And then 2 more earthquakes in Japan. And California. It must be the climate change. Yeah, that's what's going to shake us all down to about 1,000 is climate change. The earth, like an old dog, is just going to shake us off it like fleas. It does it about every, few million years, or something slams into us from out in the Kuiper Belt. So would you, can we talk about aliens for a second, just so I can kill some time? And I'm not going to give you my theory, but I just want to ask a question and maybe get a little response. Do you think aliens come from outside of our galaxy? And if so, what galaxy do you think they are from that we have already mapped? If you could get a computer to map the exact coordinates of my birthday in 1964, where exactly the planet was, where exactly the sun was, where exactly the galaxy was, in relationship to the dark matter that surrounds our galaxy, if you could get the exact point and get a computer to calculate that exact point in time in space, which is not here, it's in our past, it's in space that's behind us now. But if you could map, don't you think you could get it? If you could get, wouldn't that possibly be a way to map back to certain points in time? I mean, you have to go to the exact space where that time was in space. But don't you think that, you pick a date that you want to go back to and ask a computer to map the exact point in space where that is? How far we traveled in 62 years, 61 years, how much the Earth has traveled, where the ship is, where was the Earth's exact position. That's one heck of a calculation. But don't you think that quantum computers can do that kind of calculation pretty quickly now? And what information is missing from my birthday, from where we were in space? We were already tracking where we were in space by 1964. And if you just all you got to do is take the time back, you got to reverse where, like you have a model of the planet and then you just tell the computer to just wind it back to whatever date you want and calculate where that is in time and space, because you have to deal with both of them, because you can't just shoot me back here in 1964. I could end up in a tree, or I could end up in space, because the Earth has moved on. Everything's moved down. The sun's moved, the Earth has moved, the galaxy has moved through space and time. You have to conquer both things, and I think it can be conquered by mathematics. You just have to do the math and figure out where exactly in space and time the Earth was when you were born. And if it's less than 100 years, it's not that big of a calculation. We know how far we've moved. We know how far the Earth has moved in 100 years. We know how far the sun has moved and where it's gone and where it's, you know, the outer band. We kind of know some things that give us, you know, a 2 or 3 sides of the of the triangle. You know, once you triangulate, you can get to a point, right? Am I just talking nonsense to people that don't even care? I know you're saying, oh, nice about the blackberry cobbler. And I'm just rambling on, losing viewers, talking crazy shit. But I ask the question again, where in space do you think aliens are coming from? Inside our galaxy or outside our galaxy? And if outside our galaxy, what galaxy that we have already mapped with the James Webb do you think they're coming from? I think exogalaxy travel is completely beyond. I just. We are literally very isolated with very few galaxies around us that would be even plausible for somebody else to come from to visit us or even know that we are here. The Earth has tried to wipe us out several times. They can trace our DNA down to 1,000 units or 1,000 individuals. Which means a bottleneck happened. Everybody else was gone. And then rebuilt. What if you just regain the knowledge and you don't go back to Stone Age? But you have the knowledge and the robotics through several extinction level events. A lot of bad shit happens, but not everybody dies. People have to adapt and change. It may not look like we look like now. The oxygen level may be different. The sea levels may have completely changed. The radiation levels might be different, but something learned how to survive that and regain and maintain knowledge and, you know, a robust enough intellect to move forward to where, what, 1,000 bottlenecks 9 million years in the future is not. See, here I go again. I'm bringing this all back around to stuff that nobody wants to talk about. And I need a second cup of coffee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab my other boots. I'm going to leave you guys here with the ambiance and the ASMR of a backyard chicken coop. Well, I go get another cup of coffee and change my shoes. So let me move you out here a little bit. Give you a nice big view. Down there. All right. They are probably advanced. I've been here all over. I don't mind. I know the universe is huge. Hey, can I get through here? Thanks. What, are you guarding it? I appreciate that. I'm back, back with a new cup of coffee. I'm back. Mm. Working and lurking. How'd your first day go back yesterday? And I probably shouldn't ask you a bunch of questions. You're trying to work. Yesterday was good. That's good to hear. Everybody's just chilling. It is literally nap time. The sun gets to where they don't like it and they start heading for the shade. All the little chicks calm down and just find a place to hunker down, and everybody just chills out. I've got to get another mosquito repellent stick. Today is busy. I'm on complete monitoring, so I completely forms for people who are not out or on leave. So busy work for me. It's a lot of people are off and still working on one person since I started. It's nice that you can do it remotely, though. I know they want you in the office as much as possible, but it's good that while your daughter's out for summer vacation, you can do it remotely. 600 confirmed dead, 40,000 missing in Venezuela. 600 confirmed dead, 40,000. I just saw a blurb on my phone, that's why I'm saying it. Venezuela is crazy right now. I mean, whole apartment buildings just crumble to the ground. Hotels crumble to the ground. The drone footage is crazy. And the power and the water systems that have been disrupted. This is how you test a government, though. Whatever government you put in place after Maduro, this is how you test it. You give it a natural disaster and figure out, you know, who's scamming who, and who's putting up and who's shutting up, and who's providing the money for the equipment and the gasoline and the power and the infrastructure. Where's that money coming from? This is how you test a government. Are there any Venezuelan Facebook groups trying to collect money for the people down in Venezuela? Do we have any links that we can put for our Venezuelan family and friends that need to send money to help Venezuelans? Do we need to get some planes and help family members get back to help other family members rebuild? Or is life in America just too good to want to go back to Venezuela, no matter what, no matter how much help they need? I'm asking from all my Venezuelan friends. I got to get sticks for the tomato plant. It has rained a lot, and it grew, and I didn't get anything for it yet. And I was thinking about getting 4 sticks to it. And don't forget the dirt. Don't forget to add the dirt. Yeah, you just need some sticks or a cage and some dirt. You got to put some dirt in there. If you can find forest floor, Fox Farm forest floor is some of the best dirt that you can buy for your plants. Nice. Nice. Fox Farm has a bunch of different mulches and dirts, but I really love their forest floor. And believe it or not, it doesn't have a lot of, it has more dirt than it does sawdust. It's really moist. It captures the moisture really, really well and holds it. So did I tell you guys that everybody's sleeping in the coop now? Everybody sleeps inside now. Nobody's outside. Everybody, Sausage and her 3 get up early. Get up in the coop really early, and they all stand beside her, and then the other one and her 7, well, her 6, they go up a little bit later and get the bottom rungs. If you're coming in here from my Facebook group or my Twitter group or my X group and you saw the link and you're popping in now, say hi in the chat and then smash that like button for me, okay? I appreciate that. I don't do a lot of social media advertising, but I thought I'd give everybody a chance to come in and say hi and let you know that I was streaming this morning over here on YouTube. So welcome in anybody that's from Twitch or from X or from Facebook. And you Facebook people are definitely my friends, so you should hit the like button. Because I don't have anybody, I mean, my Facebook is pretty much friends and family. I stopped taking invitations on Facebook when I stopped working. My last job, I added a bunch of Facebook people because it was part of my job and I couldn't make a separate account. They didn't want me to make a separate account, and it was kind of weird. That was. Can I talk about that for a second? Can we talk about the gym for a second? Well, I had a Facebook account that was family and friends, people that I knew, people that I'd met in person, and so that kind of what made me, well, you'll meet all of your clients will be in person, so, you know, you should just use your regular Facebook account. But they were clients, they weren't friends or family, they were clients. Not that some of them didn't become friends, but not all of them did. But then, you know, then you got to purge. So anyways, that was one of the things that really kind of stuck in my craw, as you could say. It really just, it bit me a little bit the wrong way right off the bat that, well, now I got to be in this Facebook, and I got to use my own personal Facebook to be in this Facebook group. And then people, we also had another app, and they did not encourage you, they did not encourage us or the membership to join Facebook, only to join the Facebook group to get recipes and stuff like that. But they did encourage us as, on the other flip side of that, now make sure your people, know you're on Facebook and see what you're doing outside of work, and that, and I'm like, no, I really don't want to do that. So it was very limited, but I did add some people on my Facebook, and like all my neighbors, I got my neighbors' Facebook on, and I got their jobs and their workplaces to advertise and stuff like that. But yeah, I've stopped accepting Facebook friends, and you guys on my streams never see my Facebook. It's because it's not, that's not for public display. Now, could you find it? I'm sure you could easily find my Facebook page. Is it, super secret private? No, but I don't add anybody anymore. Now, I can tell my antihistamine's wearing off because I can barely breathe now. I can't even smell this coffee. When I came out here earlier today, I could smell the coffee when I opened the lid, and now I can't smell it. So my decongestant has worn off. Get off my coffee, you little bastards. Chicken sex. He was real quiet about that. I know if you guys were watching, you saw that. Right at the end of the path, Biscuits took what the hell is that chicken's name? Crispy. Is it Crispy? Giblets? Yeah. Biscuits took Giblets to town just then at the end of the little path right there. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. That's funny. Nothing I can do about that. It's a regular chicken farm. The roosters are going to have sex, and I don't try to stop them. The two gray ones give the most eggs. They give little blue. We get 4 eggs. The black one gives 1 every 3 days, and the two gray ones give a blue one every day. And that white one right there, one of the white ones gives an egg every day too. But our egg production is about to triple. It'll probably go from about 3 to about 9 in about 2 months. We'll be getting like 9 eggs a day for about the next 2 years. Yeah, because I'm figuring there's at least 1 or 2 roosters in that group of chickens right there. I don't know which one. I kind of got 2 that I'm pretty sure, and we'll know when we get back from Thailand, but yeah. Ray! My brother and my son, and Randy. And I've told some neighbors to come pick blackberries. How are you doing, Ray? Yeah, I've got some friends I told, they're going to be back July 5th, and we leave on the 9th. And they're going to come down. I'm going to show them, what they can pick and what, just grab what they can and enjoy. Because if they quit picking, the blackberry bush will just stop producing. You've got to keep picking on it about once a week, maybe even twice, and it'll keep producing. Same way with the corn and the cucumbers and the squash. Somebody's got to pick that shit. And I mean, nobody really has to get eggs. At 3 a day times 20 days, I mean, it'll be fine. That's why she's doing these new boxes. But I have my brother and my son, and I'm going to have a little training class next week. On Friday. One in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. Attendance is mandatory. On Tuesday, I have to take my grandson to hockey. I'm hoping my wife is home in time so I can take him in the Tesla. I wish I was your neighbor. Doing all right. I saw you were live on my app, and I saw chickens in a backyard, and I was like, hey, wait, I have time for that. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's just a backyard chicken coop. Those are real houses you see in the back. I live in a cul-de-sac. Those are the human coop. It is nap time around here. You can see the goose way over there by the tree. He's sleeping in the shade. And this should be 4K or at least 1080p, so you should be able to zoom in. Yeah, I mean, they lay 3 eggs, sometimes 4 eggs a day. Several of my chickens, 5 of my chickens don't lay eggs anymore. One of my chickens lays every 3 days, and then I have 3 chickens that lay every day. So sometimes 3, sometimes 4. And the black one that lays a darker egg with black speckles, she has gone, her production has gone really in the tank in the last month or so. So yeah, she's at about once every 3 days. And then they'll go about once a week, and then you'll get about once a month, and then they'll quit laying. So, but we've got 10 chickens right now, and probably 2 of those are roosters. So if 2 are roosters, that leaves us 7 or 8, depending. So we'll have 8 plus 3, and so we'll have like 10 or 11 eggs by September every day. I have 2 roosters now, but I have some chickens that I don't know if they're roosters or not. I don't know if the babies are roosters yet. I don't know, I can't tell which ones are which yet. There's a couple tails I can tell, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, and it's going to take them another month or 2 to figure it out. And by that time, we'll be back from Thailand, so. Don't forget to smash that like button. Oh, it's starting to warm up and get muggy. I still have to take a shower before I go out. 5, including I'm no rooster. No, I don't know how many. It could be all 9 for all I know. We could have 1 chicken and 9 roosters. I don't know how many roosters we have. I know we've got 2 adult roosters that have, you know. No, I'm in North Alabama. I don't know what you consider the deep south. He hasn't called yet. I'm expecting a text message from him anytime when he gets up and figures out if he wants to do something. But yeah, probably. I got $10 hot and handy in my pocket. I'm ready to spend on some $1 million winner. I'm gonna be the winner this time. Nice. That is super nice. Expensive, but nice. Have you been watching the World Cup? Are you a soccer fan? I hear you. This is the most soccer I've ever watched in my entire life. June of 2026 is the most soccer I have ever watched. And I think USA is going to be put out in the next round, so it'll probably be the last soccer I watch. And I don't plan to watch any soccer while I'm away on vacation, but we'll see. I might get really, really bored and watch it at my mother-in-law's. I gotta ask my brother how he gave me one of his codes for his what do you call it? So people can't tell what IP address you're coming from. I live in one of those poor counties. Our house is only about $900K for a typical home. Other counties are up to $2 million starting. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Well, I'm sitting on about 2.5K here. But I won't let her go for anything less than 1.75 million. And they keep calling and asking. And little Sarah and little Samantha and Jennifer, they all keep calling, wanting to know if I'll sell my house. And I'm like, yeah, write me up some paperwork. I will walk away. Well, sir, we have your house value. Oh, no, not the value. I'm walking away for $1.75 million. Lock, stock, and barrel. I will rent my wife until she wants to quit walking. I will rent my wife an apartment. For as long as she wants to work. Got another one. Oh yeah, they all. It's all these. It's all these people that want a cheap house for like 80 grand or 100 grand, or they're willing to go to 160, or now get away from me. If you want my home in this cul-de-sac with a chicken yard and this beautiful garden and all the neighbors know you and all the amenities that come with it, it's 1.7. All the things I'm going to lose are worth $1.75 million. That's my asking price. Sarah and Samantha and Jennifer and Derek. And Derek was the one, and Derek thought he really had, I had Derek on the line. Derek was like ready to come with a notary public. Derek was getting excited. He thought he had the hook set. What he didn't know is I had the hook set. I manipulated him. Nah, I like the 1.75. It knocks them off their... They think they got some wiggle room with 1.75, but it's absolute. That's not what they're looking for. It's just a way to get them off the phone and for me to have a good laugh. The house behind me is a $350,000 house, and they live next to a chicken coop. I wish I could buy a house, man. It's a struggle. I'm gonna look in the first home. Man, I'll tell you, when we bought this house, it was a struggle. I was making about $9 an hour. My wife was making about $7.25 an hour, and we got a bunch of bills paid off by some stock that was I inherited. But I'm not saying it's not tough. I'm like, oh, you just got it. No, it's hard now. Look, it's hard. I go to the grocery store too. I buy gas now once a month too. I just don't have a house payment, and I don't have a lot of credit card bills. We go to the bank and get a lot of cash out and pay our bills. We pay a lot of stuff in cash. When we go to Walmart, we pay in cash. We try to keep everything off the credit card that we can. Of course, we do Amazon by credit card, and we do, a couple of other things by credit card. But most everything is either a check or a cash, and it helps us save a bunch of money. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, but I'm not saying it wasn't a struggle for us. It was. I mean, I was scared. I mean, I knew I had to, bust my ass. And then when I got divorced, it was all on me, and I had to do it all on my salary from my job. Thank goodness I had 2 jobs at the time. But yeah. And then I just busted my ass for like 10 years to get it all paid off. My wife doesn't understand the struggles of some of the young people around her right now. I'm like, babe, you're doing really, 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 really good at your age. You're doing great. Buy Amazon gift cards at Walmart. Do Amazon gift cards. All cash, no credit. No, we keep that under control. We don't, My wife knows I'm buying a PS5 in August. She knows how much it costs. She knows it's a birthday present for myself. We don't go crazy. The Thailand trip is already paid off. We don't know anything for the Thailand trip that we're about to take. I'm 38, no home in sight. I hear you. I hear you. My son's 42. Him and his wife both have good jobs. But they've pulled in the reins. They have a house. Their parents sold a house, and they sold a house that they had been gifted as my ex-wife. My ex-wife gave them her house when she moved. So that was their wedding gift. And then they paid it down a lot, and they took the money from that sale and bought land and built a house. So, I gave them a wonderful honeymoon, and my ex-wife gave them a house with a lot of equity in it. They still have to make payments, and they worked that out with her, but they got, when they sold, they got the equity. So that was her gift to them when they got married. We and her had talked about it, and she asked me if I could handle the honeymoon and any other expenses, and I was like, I did the grooms, I did the honeymoon, I did all that for them. I just said that in case you didn't have anything better to do. Well, you can use that code, and I can get you as many codes as you need for as many people as you want to sponsor. I think we get $250 every time somebody uses our code, and they get free FSD for 3 months. He should open it up when he goes to buy the car, and it should have a code that he can put in when when he pays for it online. If he has any codes, he can put that code in there. He won't be able to buy the car at the dealership. That's not the way it works. He has to get it on a PC and order it online. My wife has somebody that wants to buy a Tesla, so I sent her the code for our account, so they can use our code, and when they buy it, we get $250, and they get FSD for free or different stuff. So I got $1,000 off when I used the code, but that was a incentive back in February. They change the incentives all the time, so I don't care whether they use the code or not. You know, I'm not jonesing over $250 in free Tesla shit. We get $250. They get free FSD for 3 months. If they use the code in that link. They can't get FSD like we have it anymore. It doesn't come like that on Teslas. It's now $99 a month for as long as you own the car. But you can turn it on and off anytime you want with no penalty. Yeah, $2K rent, and you've got what, a 3-bedroom or a 2-bedroom apartment? I can't imagine you. Yeah, you probably have a 3-bedroom apartment. So yeah, that's $2 grand a month in any city, in anywhere. I am sweating buckets right now, y'all. Just literal buckets. Yeah, because your son and daughter are too old to sleep with each other in the same room, right? Yeah, wow. Wow. Good old Wisconsin. But it's everywhere. It's not just Wisconsin, it's everywhere. When I was, just before I moved into the, just before I went to the Army, my mom and my sister lived in one room, and we had a 2-bedroom apartment over a little grocery store in a little tiny town in Maine. And yeah, my brother went in the Navy, and then my sister and my mom. Anyways, it was crazy. And then we moved into the apartment in Ashland that was 2-bedroom when I went to high school. And my mom and sister were in the master bedroom, and I was in the single room. But we did that for 4 years. So the master bedroom was huge, and the master closet was big, and they put a single and a double bed in there for my mom and my sister, or we did, and I had a room by myself because I was in high school and I wasn't about to, be in the same room with my little sister. So yeah, my mom worked it out too when I was young. The same deal. That's how I understand your son as well as I do. Because I was your son, 50 years ago. 55 years ago. I lived with my mom and my sister in a 2-room apartment in a big apartment complex. I get it. And that's why I would just encourage him to do the best he can, and nose to the grindstone in high school, find something he loves to do, and then it's never work. And I never had anybody telling me that kind of stuff. So I probably may or may not have listened, and I get that, but I didn't have quite the mentor or anybody, but I didn't have the robotics thing either, so I think that's fantastic for him. I love that he's into manufacturing and monitoring, and find a tech school, like, get your grades up and go to MIT or something like that and expand on that role. They are paying, look, they're paying robot techs right now $120,000, $200,000 in the automotive industry. Robots break down all the time. All the time. And they don't have a bunch of robots that know how to fix other robots. It takes humans to fix robots, take the panels off, and do all that stuff. There is no shortage of robot mechanics. There's going to be no shortage of robot technicians and mechanics in the future. Zero. There will be a huge shortage of them. You can't fix a robot with AI. Somebody's got to program them. You can, you can tweak them, but you don't want them banging into cars. You don't want them, overspraying or not spraying, or there's so many parts and hoses and joints, and now he's getting a base of that. That is just awesome. You can send it on Discord. I can't see Discord right now though. I can go to the Discord app in my phone. Oh, I'm struggling to breathe, y'all. I can't breathe through my nose anymore. Chicken sex! Chicken sex! Well, Sausage didn't lay any of the eggs that she's taking care of. She's taking care of 3 chickens right now, but none of them are her eggs. She just sat on them for about a week, and then they hatched underneath her, and she calls them hers. Oh, that breeze feels good. So I was watching YouTube last night, and I was watching one of my favorite streamers play Warzone, and just absolutely get their asses handed to them. And they play Warzone every single day. They play Warzone every day, and they literally could not win 2 games in a row. Guys that stream together, guys that they could not put 2 wins together. I think you need 5 to get the nuke. Nice. It's the DEA helicopter. What are they doing here? Oh, my new shirts came too. I'm gonna wear one of those out today too. See if my brother likes it. So here's my strategy for my flight. On Wednesday, I go to get the rent-a-car. When I wake up Wednesday morning, that will be the last time I will sleep until I get on the plane and they serve dinner out of Atlanta on Thursday. And they'll serve the dinner about 3 o'clock. And I'll eat, use the restroom, drink some water, put in my headphones, and I will drift off to sleep listening to a book that I've heard at least a half a dozen times. I've been a 5-hour energy to Atlanta. I'm gonna drink a 5-hour energy when we hit the road Thursday morning. Really early. We're hitting the road at like 3 in the morning on Thursday. Maybe a 2-hour power nap, maybe a 3-hour power nap from like 2 in the afternoon after we get back with the rent-a-car to maybe 4:30 by the time my wife gets home. And I'm taking my F-150 up to my friend's house so he can work on it. Come on back, Mr. Fly. There's nothing wrong. Everything's okay. There's no danger here. That's cute. That is cute. Is that a crawl space? I'd like to see underneath it. That's a pretty bathroom. I've already used my VA loan. A lot of young Americans that didn't go in the military or anything like that don't have the VA loan. That's cool. $1946. It was probably a $35,000 home, and now it's $339,000. They built that back in 1946. That was maybe a $35,000 or $40,000 home, and most people were making, you know, coming back from the war, making. Yeah, this is one of those coming back from the war factory homes. We needed places for our military in Green Bay to live, in Wisconsin, coming back. Over there. That's nice, that's cute. I like that. Thank you for sharing. I'm almost through with my second cup of coffee. Come here, everybody. Come here. Come here. Cheers. 4 likes on the stream. I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is one of those, now I know it's the end of the stream. It's like a nice big brown brick break. And we won't be, you know, we'll outro from here. But we may still have a little bit of a conversation. I'm not in any rush. There's still a little coffee left in here, so. But this will be the start of the outro. Maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's 10. My watch is dying, so. Yeah, my watch is dead. I gotta go, 10:21. Yeah, my brother's coming in an hour and 10 minutes, but all I gotta do is take a shower. But we've had a good day today. 4 likes on the stream. Lots of friends popping in, saying hi, enjoying the company. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Dropley. It's been a good stream. I've really enjoyed it. You guys always make my streams better. I'm sorry. I'm trying to not get mosquito bit down here. I tell you, if I don't keep one of these things, it's just because of the way that the table is right here. It just, you know. And flies. I love to kill flies. I missed him. So yeah, Friday morning at the backyard chicken coop usually goes on till about 10 o'clock. Um, I did not get the guitar out today. I don't even know if we have time. We don't really have time. And we didn't get enough likes. You know, I hate to just give the, I just hate to give it away, you know? Do I just want to give away my talent? You know, oh yeah, look, lucky you came by to hear an old man play guitar. No, I think it ought to be something special. There ought to be a reward for getting 10 likes, you know? I have a, you know, I have over 350 subscribers. We're trying to get, you know, we have a lot of people that watch the shorts. I will make shorts and a long-term video, you know, out of this particular production. I hate editing though, but you know, DaVinci Resolve makes it kind of easy, and YouTube makes it easy to save the content, and then you can just dump it into DaVinci and then chop it up and add music, and it doesn't take long, and then you can send it right to your YouTube page. They did a really good job making it, you know, as long as you're signed in on your Google account, when you open up DaVinci Resolve, all that stuff works seamlessly. It puts it in the right format. It gets the right, you know, you know, you just have to sit there and chop it up and, you know, add some music and stuff. So that's why I say we need 10 likes. And if we don't get them, you know, I'm not bringing the guitar out. You know. Anyway. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for hanging out, spending some time in the backyard chicken coop. Sam and Dropley and Ben and man, we had several in here today. It was great. I mean, it's been a great stream. You know, absolutely wonderful stream. So, one last sip of coffee. Cheers. Do something good for somebody else. Do something good for yourself. And never, 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 never let the drunk guy get the chairs. Thank you very much. You guys always make my streams better. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell when you want to see more of this. Thank you so much. You guys take care. Pop this off. Oh, look at that. Get right in front of the camera. All right. Y'all take care.